Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk more about the Activision Blizzard acquisition from Microsoft, the $70 billion deal that Blizzard got sold to Microsoft. And it's interesting, there are rumors now that they might bring back some classic Activision IP, including Guitar Hero and including Skylanders.
Skylanders was huge.
It was very big, and they basically got too big and had too much product, and it started to kind of clog the shelves. We're going to talk about that. We might talk a little bit about Disney Infinity, too, because those Toys to Life games.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, they were great. I loved them.
But we still have a drawer full of them.
We do. I love them. It was a good concept. I just think that they had too many of them. They were too expensive. And I would have preferred in some ways if some of the characters you could just buy as like DLC.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think they made too much and they charged too much. And that's why we have a drawer full. Because our kids actually still like it. They kept the stuff just in case they want to play it again.
Yeah. So I think it will. I think it could possibly come back. There's definitely going to be some nostalgia, I think, with Gen Z for these. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 254,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. We do talk about video games somewhat, sometimes, not as much as we used to, but we've been following the Activision Blizzard debacle. Basically, things got so bad with Activision Blizzard because of the scandal that they wound up selling to Microsoft, but for an unprecedented like $68.7 billion for this company. And of course, they get all the Activision IP and they get all the Blizzard IP. And now the CEO is coming out and saying that they want to bring back some classic Activision games.
I actually would like to see Skylanders come back.
Yeah.
True story. I actually got to play Skylanders and got to review it before it came out. Back in the day, because I was just a mom, doing mom stuff, and I did those. They did those house parties, and I got picked to do the Skylanders one, and we got to do the Clone Wars. I got that early too.
Yeah,
but
cool.
Skylanders, I was in Disney when I got picked, and then when I got back, they got all the Skylanders stuff. We got it early. The kids got to play it. They got to have their friends over. They got to play the game, and we got to have it for it was a while, like a couple weeks before it came out or something like that. So we had it before it hit stores, and my kids loved it.
Yeah, Skylanders was huge, and if you weren't a gamer back then, I don't think you like the game aisles was like half the games themselves, and then like the other half of the aisle was Skylanders, and then Disney jumping on board with Infinity.
Right, but it ended up taking up too much room. But there were so many figures, and they'd have like releases. Everybody tried to grab them up. Actually, the ones that came at the end are probably worth the most. Like as usual.
Yeah, Disney Infinity is really unfortunate. We'll talk a little bit about that too, because we cite Disney Infinity as a reason why people are like, well, Disney wouldn't shut this division down, they wouldn't shut that division down. They shut their game studio down because it was profitable, but not profitable enough, and it had a lot of overhead because they had to manufacture all these toys. And they're like, screw it, we'll just job everything out to EA. That's basically what happened. But I guarantee you, if Skylanders comes back and it's a hit, Disney will follow suit.
Yeah.
They absolutely will. So this is coming from Game Rant. In an interview with VentureBeat, current Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick, who's going to get gone, I'm sure, after the merger, confirmed that he and head of Xbox Phil Spencer have discussed possible games for the future. One of the games discussed was Guitar Hero, with Kotick explaining he wants to make a new entry in the music rhythm game series, which is cool. That's cool, but I'm more excited about this one. Besides wanting to see a Guitar Hero revival, Kotick also expressed desires for Skylanders to make a comeback. Kotick says it's one of his great disappointments that other people started making crappy Skylanders alternatives. Disney, that destroyed the market. Kotick told VentureBeat, if you look at Skylanders with its hardware and manufacturing and supply chain, there's the same kind of things that we can't do, but Microsoft can. Now, Nintendo's had some success with Amiibo. Amiibos, they're in short supply or whatever, but you don't see Amiibos clogging the shelves like
No, now
Skylanders.
you see more of the cards and stuff because you could just scan the cards and put them in. Like Skylanders, you had to buy the figure and then put it on the base. It would read the chip and all that stuff.
Yeah, so they're talking that, the Activision Blizzard stuff will probably be Xbox and PC exclusive. Obviously, if Microsoft is shelling out that much money for them.
Well, I'll have to get an Xbox.
Yeah. So here's basically what happened with Skylanders. They said that there was way too much. It
was ridiculous. It got ridiculous.
Oh, I forgot about this one. Starlink.
Yes, I remember Starlink.
Lego Dimensions.
Squeaking had Starlink, and he played it like once, and then he didn't care. The Lego, yeah.
Yep, the Lego ones I forgot all about. I don't think he had any of those.
No, he did.
Oh my God. Near the end of it, they said tons of other Toys to Life brands were competing for shelf space with Skylanders. Disney and Lego launched their Toys to Life games.
They had that Marvel one too, didn't they, with the wrist thing?
Oh yeah, that didn't last very long.
Yeah.
That was that a video game or was that like a laser tag?
No, it was a video game too, I think. And that's what he didn't ask for. But I remember what he had because I'm the one that did the Christmas shopping.
Yeah. It's a good chance that all these different collectibles burned players and their parents out because by 2018, the Toys to Life craze had all but ended. There were too many. And even, look, I'll argue Skylanders got ridiculous. When you could realistically collect all the figures, it was cool, but then they got too many.
And they had variant ones and stuff too. I mean, they should have just did like you said, like almost like a DLC where if you didn't want the actual figure, you could just buy the character.
Mm-hmm. One exception is Amiibo. Yeah, Amiibos are still popular. Nintendo launched them in 2015, and they're still around, and some of them go for ridiculous. But
like I know the cards and stuff you can still use. Like I have the cards that you can use with Animal Crossing because someone was really sweet and sent them to me. Thank you, good.
Yes,
love them. And so you can use some of those kind of things, and you can still use some of those cards in different games. You don't always have to have the figures.
Yeah, they said that the key to Amiibo is that one, they actually do something functional in the game, and two, they don't flood the market with them. In fact, they don't release enough of them, and they become very expensive as people try to find them. But that was actually the biggest.
Was it a chip shortage?
That was the biggest problem with Skylanders. Was the first series, it wasn't that hard to keep up, but then it was ridiculous, and then you started throwing the Disney characters into it too, and
that
the
was
Legos.
Infinity, yeah.
And they were like, they had to compete with a lot of pretenders. And then Toys R Us went out. Toys R Us had a whole, I don't know if you guys remember, they had like a whole Toys to Life section. It was massive. And they had rows and rows and rows of Skylanders and Disney Infinity. And we talked about this before, that the reason Disney Infinity failed was, it wasn't that it failed. Actually, at that point in time, they say pretenders. Disney Infinity was outpacing Skylanders. If I remember correctly, they were actually the top.
I think our kids actually liked Infinity better.
I liked Infinity better. Overall, I did. There were a lot of really cool ones they never released because they pulled the plug on. But yeah, they literally just shut the studio down. Like they gave everybody like a day's notice. Like, we're done.
I don't remember, but I know they shut it down.
Yeah. It was crazy. They were just like, we're done. It was Avalanche. We're done. We're not making them anymore. We had a whole bunch of figures coming down the pipeline. We're not doing it. And that was it. And then you can find the figures on clearance for a couple bucks. I think some Walmarts still have.
I don't think they do now.
They did for like years.
They might have, but they don't now.
You can find Rays all over the place.
Rays? They make her? They did, didn't they? I don't remember. Yeah, I think they did. I don't know. I know we had some of the later ones because even though they were clearing them out, we grabbed them because we knew our kids still played it. I don't think they even do support for the toy box anymore. No. I haven't been on there in a while, but we had some of the older ones because we got them because our kids liked them. I guess if you had the game, you can still play the game, but you can't play all the other stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to see it come back. I mean, it's one of the few. I mean, it was so frustrating. Like Disney actually does something right, and they pull the plug on it. But again, it was the toys. They should have given people the option of buying the characters digitally. But I love the chips or whatever they had, the discs where you got
because it saved their information, saved their settings and stuff.
It was a cool game. I'd like to see this come back. I just think they have to do it in a smarter way and not flood the market with stuff. Maybe just like the really primo characters are figures, and then like all the other stuff is just like DLC. But pretty interesting rumor. Yeah, there was supposed to be like...
There's 12-inch ones they said were coming.
12-inch ones were coming out.
I do remember hearing about that.
Finding Dory. They were going to do Rogue One characters, Moana characters.
Some of those they did put out, though. And I have some of them because they were the later ones.
Yeah.
We have a whole drawer full. Our kids got all excited the other day because I opened the drawer. I said, they're in here. And because they were talking about them the other day, and they were excited because they're like, oh my God, you still have them.
Yeah, it's sad. I kind of like to see it come back. Again, I don't look forward to shelling out $15, $20 a piece for figures.
I don't know if Disney's going to do it, but Skylanders might come back. Well, it's okay. Disney's going to wait and see if somebody else does it first if it's popular. Then they'll try to take over the market and kill it.
Oh, no. What they'll do is they'll like sell them in the parks or something through the Shop Disney.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, buy the...
Or just make them all digital.
Yeah, or you can buy the figures, too. It can be like a hard copy, but yeah, I don't know.
I think they just make it digital. I think it'll do better.
Pretty interesting rumor, though. Of course, for $68 billion, you're going to try to make your money back as quick as possible. So... Waiting for the let's see, Activision, the reboot of Pitfall. They'll do another Pitfall.
Pitfall. That's what I kept thinking. I kept thinking Activision's been around for years and years and years.
There you go, guys. All right, we got to wrap this one up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.